Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Racquel for those who do not know me. And today we're doing a reading on where you need healing at in your life. So that can be pertaining to any area of life, anything you're going through right now. We're just going to clarify like what you need help healing from. And we're going to pull some oracle cards, then we're going to pull tarot. And we're just going to go from there and just see, what spirit has for you. So take what resonates, leave what does not. Please do not try to force anything. I've already welcomed in my guides and asked for a protective barrier around myself as well as yourself. But if you would like to do a more grounding before this reading, then please pause it here, do that, and then come back. But we're just going to jump straight into it, okay? So, what needs healing at this time for the person watching this video? Is there something specific in their life, or is there an area of their life that just needs healing at this time? What messages, or what specific area, or just whatever needs healing in their life for the person watching this video. Please give me a clear. Okay, we have warning. What needs healing at this time? Distance. Sacred space. Battle. I feel like there's something here that has to do with your home, your house, where you used to live, dominance, anticipation. Let's clarify with Oracle, but I feel like there's something to do with some sort of relationship with your home. I feel like there was a period in your life, whether this is in the past or currently, that you just didn't really feel safe. I feel like this could be some sort of like abusive relationship. You just didn't feel safe in your home. Every time you would struggle going home. I feel like there was like you would do everything you could to stay away from your home because you already knew kind of what you were walking into, what to expect. Like I said, this could be from a partner, or this could be from your childhood. Maybe you lived with someone, or whether this was a parent, or whether this was another sibling. Oh, shit. Sorry, my board was about to fall. Whether this was a parent or another sibling, I just feel like you dealt with some sort of like hardships in your house. But let's see. I don't want my board to be in, but sorry y'all. This is like my work board. I'm trying to do better at staying on track with the things that need to be done. So I gotta dry this board. Anyways. Let's clarify with some tarot. Yeah, the Six of Swords in reverse. I feel like this could have been like a childhood thing or a teenage thing or something where, like I said, there was some sort of abuse in the home, but you couldn't really leave because you weren't of age, or either you weren't of age, or you didn't really have a job, you didn't really have money to be able to do that, you really didn't have nowhere to go. So it's giving like, okay, maybe you tried to run away as a teenager, but that didn't last very long. King of Pentacles. The Three of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you just used to always daydream about being able to leave one day. I feel like this could have been like a father figure or a stepfather figure. And you really didn't have anybody. Like your mom would stay with them. Um, and like I said, you were just young, so you couldn't leave even if you wanted to. So all you could constantly do was just pray and wait for the days where you were of age and you were able to leave and go, create your own life and put this behind you. But I feel like it's still is something that is with you still to this day, even though you have like made it out, you know. Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you could have like a lot of resentment towards like your mom because you don't feel like she really did enough to either protect you or she didn't try to leave him, or maybe she was also getting abused, so it wasn't really, there was just no one there that really stepped in to save y'all in a sense. And I feel like you have a lot of resentment for Swords in reverse. I feel like you have a lot of resentment towards the people in your life that possibly could have done something, whether that was another adult or maybe you confided in someone during this time, and like I said, they didn't do anything about it. Like nobody around really did anything about it to help y'all. The Devil, Ace of Swords. Yeah, I feel like Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I feel like whoever this is was like the breadwinner of the household. And so like I said, either your mom, yes, she was being abused as well, but she just didn't feel like she could, take care of you, or if you have siblings, take care of y'all without this person's help. Maybe they constantly put her down too and made her feel like she wasn't capable of doing shit by herself. I do feel like a lot of stuff like that. I feel like abuse can be very, very psychological. And it's like people, sometimes in those situations, people, they just lose themselves. They're not even in their right mind, or they've been abused for so long that they're like, their mind is just warped in that way. So it's kind of like, I feel like that's something like the resentment that you might have towards your mother, things like that. I feel like that's also something you probably should heal from. I don't know if y'all, like, if you're still in contact with them, or King of Wands. I don't know if you're still in contact with them, or um, have had any sort of conversations pertaining to this. Probably not. I feel like once you were ready to go and get the fuck out of there, that's what you did. And so maybe your mom stayed with them longer than that, and you was just like, nah, like, as long as they're around, I'm never coming back. But like I said, I feel like that's something that has still stuck with you um, all this time later. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you're just, a part of you is just trying to just ignore it and just put it behind you, but ignoring something doesn't make it go away. So I feel like once you finally probably got out of that situation and did move away and did create a life for yourself, X, Y, and Z, you just like, it's not something like, you could have friends, or you could be dating, and it's like anytime someone brings up your family or wants to talk about, how your upbringing or anything like that, you shut it down quick, because it's just like you don't even want to go there. A part of you wants to just act like it never happened, but you can't act like it never happened. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you could have a friend or be dating somebody that like really kind of, they pick at it in a sense where like they genuinely want to know more about you and possibly like help in any way that they can. So I don't want you to take what they're doing, or take them, keep bringing this up as a, like, it might be a little bit irritating, but I feel like it's coming from a good place. They genuinely care about you, and they genuinely can see that something does bother you when it comes to this, and they want to help you heal from it as well. So I feel like whoever this is around in your life, there's somebody that you can trust. Um, yeah, the world. There's somebody that you can trust. There's somebody that, uh, your spiritual team, God sent to you to help you through this. So it's not something you feel like you have to do by yourself. I feel like, yeah, the Ten of Wands. I feel like you spent like a lot of You spent a lot of time, like I said, feeling like you were just dealing with shit by yourself. Like nobody around was helping. There was no one there to try to do anything. So you kind of coped and figured out how to cope and get through these things by yourself. But I feel like now, whoever this is that is in your life or has been in your life, uh, they don't want you to feel like you have to do this by yourself anymore. Like they genuinely, the strength in reverse, they genuinely want to like take that weight off of you as much as they can, you know. Um, the Eight of Swords, yeah, I just feel like this is just something that does, like, maybe you really just don't realize how much it affects you and how obvious it is to the people around you. Like, maybe you think you've been putting on a good face, or maybe this could be a situation like, maybe you cry in your sleep sometimes, and you don't even remember doing that, but they remember stuff like that. Like, so it's like I said, you think that you're good, but you're not good, and the people that are around you now can tell that you're not good, and I feel like that kind of fucks them up, because like they genuinely just want you to be good, you know. The Ten of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I feel like it's just like you. I'm not gonna say have a conversation with your mom outright, but I do feel like there's some sort of there needs to be something, like, because like I said, I get it. Like when people go through abuse and things like that, I get the turmoil and the weight that it could have on somebody. But also when you have children, you gotta kind of like, you gotta navigate that faster. You gotta figure that shit out faster, because it's not just about you. Like if it was just your mom in this fucked up relationship by herself, then that's one thing. But if you're in a fucked up situation and you have children, you gotta like, you have to do everything in your power to remove not just yourself from that, but also your kids from that, because they didn't deserve that. That's not fair. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like, maybe therapy with your mom, or like some sort of mediated conversation, because I don't feel like, I mean, maybe you tried to have conversations with her in the past and it just didn't really go far. It didn't go anywhere. So maybe like some sort of mediated conversation, or like I said, therapy with a professional, something. If it's worth saving, I feel like just because someone is family doesn't automatically mean that, the relationship is worth saving sometimes, especially if it does more damage. But if you feel like this relationship is worth saving, then I feel like that would be, therapy would be a step in the right direction. Two of Cups in reverse. You probably don't feel like it's worth saving, though. You probably really are just over this shit. You're over it in a sense of like trying to reconcile that, but you're not over it where like, no, you still need to go through the motions of what happened and heal from it. We can heal from things, and that doesn't automatically mean we have to have a relationship with whoever caused or contributed to the pain. That's not what that means. You can heal from some shit and never talk to them ever again. So I feel like that's kind of where you're at. Where it's like, bro, I don't got nothing to say to that lady. I don't want nothing to do with anybody who was around during that period of life. But I do want to start healing and move past it so that it doesn't like affect my future. Three of Swords. Yeah, I just feel like it's heavy, man. And I get it. I really do get it. Like I couldn't imagine. It's one thing to not have a parent present, right? Like at all in your life. That's one thing. And then it's a whole nother thing to have a parent present that isn't present, or doesn't protect you, or just isn't a fucking parent, but they're still there. That's two completely different things. So I empathize for the people that had a parent in their life but wasn't an actual parent and didn't do what parents were supposed to do. Like, that's just crazy. So the Knight of Swords. This is my confirmation card. That's just for me personally. But if the Knight of Swords resonates, That's my confirmation card for when, like, I'm on the right track. Hold on, my mama just keeps calling me. But yes, no, Knight of Swords is my confirmation card when I feel like I'm on the right track. So yes, like I said, I feel like you're at this space where you don't want to reconcile with anybody from there, but hopefully, everything else that I said, you can take away from it. Like I said, whoever's in your life right now is a safe space. You can trust them. They want to help you. They don't want you to feel like you have to do things by yourself or go through this emotions, these healing process by yourself. So I definitely feel like you should trust them. And that's not necessarily a partner. That can be just a really close friend. That can be anybody. Take it, apply it how it resonates. And if you don't have that at all right now, I feel like that's coming. I feel like a good friend or a good partner is coming, if they're not already there. But let's clarify some more with some oracle. Spirit, clarify more messages for the person watching this video. Shadow, the other side coexist, reverse side. Mystery, unknown, puzzle, illusion, confusion. If you're into the hidden things, the hidden parts of the world, then I feel like shadow work would definitely benefit you. So that's something you could look into as well to help on your healing journey. Breakup, walking away, separation, in. Again, I feel like you're just kind of done with the relationship that you had with your mother or people, like I said, other people that were involved in, that part of your life. I feel like you're just kind of over it. So that's confirming. Addiction, drug, alcohol, obsession, toxic attachments. Also, I feel like this healing part is essential for you as well, because sometimes those toxic attachments, sometimes the what you witnessed between your mother and the man that abused y'all, sometimes we can take on toxic traits without even realize that we're taking it on. So I feel like if you don't start to heal from it some kind of way, it can show up in future relationships. Maybe not exactly the same. It could be something as simple as you don't trust them, or you're not as affectionate as you used to be, or you're closed off and you don't share. Like, it can show up in ways like that. Not necessarily always, you're going to be in a relationship with somebody that is abusive in that way. But yeah, I feel like that's why healing is so essential, because it, like I said, it's a snowball effect. It affects us in ways, and sometimes we don't even realize it until it's too late to realize it. Chew, deep thinking, remember, solve puzzles, code word. Letting go, surrender, open, give up, release. Yep. Let's do one more from here. Rose, passionate love, thorns short. Yeah, I definitely feel like this person in your life could definitely be a partner. But, like I said, apply it however it applies to you. We'll do some final messages. Final messages for the person watching this video. Distance yourself. The number 555. I am unlike anyone else, and that is my best gift. I feel like you could possibly, see subtle things of your mom and yourself, and that drives you fucking crazy. So I feel like that also could be healed through healing this, where it doesn't trigger you or upset you or anything like that, like seeing reflections of your mother and yourself. Maybe you look just like her or things like that. I don't know. I feel like this is a heavy energy pertaining to healing things with your mom. It's not even necessarily your dad or your stepdad or whoever this man was. I feel like more of your resentment and weight and trauma comes from her not protecting you when she should have. So I feel like those can be things that trigger you, that, when people tell you that you look like her or you sound like her or you do small things like her, I feel like that drives you, that will trigger you. That's probably your biggest trigger right now. So I feel like this is like you're not her. You're not her. And you're not going to turn into her. You're not going to like uh, deal with the same things like that. Practice gratitude. And like I said, approach your mom with a little bit, I would say, of empathy, because, like I said, abuse is abuse. But you don't have to give her so much grace where you're ignoring what you had to go through too. Like, no, what you had to go through was heavy as fuck, and it was her responsibility. At the end of the day, it was her responsibility to protect you or protect your siblings. However it applies. So I feel like don't ignore, like have a little bit of empathy, but don't ignore what you're feeling just because you're trying to understand her 100%. Like, Number 0. Tower moment coming. Yeah, I feel like this healing process is going to be really heavy for you, but I feel like the release that you're going to feel after is going to literally feel like you're going to feel like a brand new person. Like, it's going to be probably the first time that you've ever felt like fully your own person in your own body, like you were just reborn. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be like a big cry. Like you're gonna have like a big cry, a big full body moment, and then after that you're gonna be able to breathe again. But you can't ignore it. The more you ignore it, the more it controls you. Crystal magic. And be enough for yourself. And blank card. Alright, one more. One more card to close this out. One more card to close out. One more card to close out. Just one. Distraction detox. Not all noise is loud. Some of it hums quietly in your feed, your fridge, or your friendships. Begin to notice what you're consuming. The scrolling, the snacking, the small talk. Your mind, body, and spirit are shaped by what surrounds you. This is your invitation to pause and purge. Step back from the media, mute the chaos, clear the clutter, recalibrate your senses, and reclaim your focus. Make space for what truly nourishes your becoming. I feel like we need one more. I feel like that might have been for somebody else. Let's see. One more. Power pool. You have surrendered your sovereignty, letting another steer the course of your existence. Whether through fear, comfort, or illusion, your power has slipped from your grasp, but power is never truly lost. It waits to be reclaimed. Step forward, make a choice, own your path. No one else can live this life for you. Yeah, that's for you. So like I said, if you don't heal from it, if you don't work through it, then it's going to control you, even when you don't think that you're being controlled by your trauma. So, yeah, so that should be your ultimate focus right now. And like I said, I feel like it's all going to be worth it. In the end, you're going to feel like you were reborn. So, sorry. That is all I have for you today. If this message resonated with you, then please like, comment, and subscribe below. Follow my Instagram. My link tree is also over there if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me. Okay. And yes, for the first 20 people that book a personal reading with me, everything is 50% off. So any reading that you're interested in, once you book it, and I give you the confirmation email, it'll be 50% off. But yes, that is all I have for you today. So I hope to see you in the next video, okay? Bye.